Hey everyone, Eli here. I rented the 40 millimeter Sigma 1.4 EF version to put on the GFX through the Fringer adapter. I only have it for 4 days, and so today I did a really quick photo session with my brother, and then this weekend I have two weddings, and then it goes back Monday. So I just want to show you what it looks like in my hand, what it looks like compared to the 45 millimeter. Way bigger, way heavier. Just, this thing feels like plastic, which is fine. It works great. And glass, this feels like metal and glass on glass. It's so big. Like I can work out with this thing. I don't know what it weighs, but yeah, it's a beast. But it is really sharp and it's a great focal length on the GFX system. It's really cool. Just my quick, testing today. Autofocus is great. I'm gonna finish this video up in about the next month in June, hopefully, of 2023. I'm headed out to Austin this week for fun, and so I won't be doing any work. And then I come back and I travel a bunch for work. So hopefully I can get this video completed and images in front of you soon. But yeah, this is just the beginning before I take it out and really put it to some work. So hopefully it does well. And yeah, you will find out in the future when I finish this video and pick it up later. So catch you later. Hey, I'm back after a couple weeks. I had the lens for a few days, but then I traveled, so finally getting to talking about it. I really liked it. By the way, I do have some allergies, so I apologize for my voice. It's been a lot of pollen in the air from the trees right now. But yeah, really hit me hard. But yeah, so I had it for 3 days, the lens, the 40 millimeter. I photographed a wedding. I photographed an elopement, back to back, busy weekend. And then I photographed my brother for just some practice with the lens. But yeah, I want to just say I really liked it. It's big and it's super sharp at 1.4 and it mostly covers the sensor. So I'm going to add some images so you can see for yourself in the description. Just follow the links through my website and you can download those full 100 megapixel, 100 megabyte images. I shoot lossless compressed, which is a very manageable size, in my opinion, for 100 megapixel. But yeah, I think there's a train out there. Hopefully, you don't hear that. It's not too loud. Cool. Let's jump into the computer, and we will see my breakfast at 1.4. And I'm using a SteaSoft for the film simulation on all these. And I'm just going to kind of go through and just show you the vignettes off and on. And then we're going to go over here. You can focus super close with this lens, which is really cool. And that lens profile is really taking it there. And yeah, as you can see, I think I uncropped all of these images so they are full as I shot them. And my daughter here letting me take her photo before school. You can see she's super amused, but she is in focus and it's very sharp. So I do still have to be careful with these lines. I probably could have squared up a little better. You do used to get a little distortion just because it is somewhat of a wider lens. Right here, she is doing her Peter Pan look. And we can see that vignette. It was backlit. The sun was kind of popping through the trees. And yep, sharp enough for me. Yeah, pretty dead on. And then my brother outside, we'll see a little better with these blue skies. Our vignette. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, but it takes care of it pretty good. And here, what I did is I stopped down so we can see the difference between these images. So we have, I think it's 1.4 off and on. And then we have 2.5 off and on. And then I moved a little, but 3.5. So you're seeing the vignette go away a little bit, well, a lot from here to here, and then mildly disappear when you get to 3.5. So there's that one and that one. And I do think it's plenty sharp for a landscape lens. I probably focused down here, but it's pretty sharp. Yeah. So if you wanted to use it for that. Just to jump ahead, we did try and do a panoramic and it did not work. I tried two and it just got a little funky. I just think there's just a little too much going on for it to want to make it up. Maybe that's because it's at 1.4, but yeah, I did two and neither one worked out. So these files are huge, so let's get away from that. All right, and then here we are at 1.4. You can see how sharp that is. Turn this profile off and on.
So we can see that. That buzz is hearing is my loop deck feedback. And then here I did a comparison between this is the 45 millimeter right on the left, and on the right is the Sigma, and little off on that, but let's see. If we go zoom in, we can kind of see which one you might think is sharper. There's definitely more contrast. It might just be some sun flare, but they're both very sharp at 2.8. And then let's look at the vignetting on these two. So that's corrected. And then if I go just to the Fuji lens, turn that on and off. Okay, so that was uncorrected. So yeah, that takes care of it completely. There's no vignetting. And then if we go to the Sigma, it just gets a little overcorrected, I think. Yeah. But they're both, I mean, pretty comparable. So I don't see a reason for me to keep my 45. If I were to buy that, I would pick the Sigma over the 45. Yeah. And they are, I want to say they're roughly around the same price. I can't remember. Here we are a little distance, off and on, profile, very sharp. And then here we are at a distance. You can see, I wanted to see at a distance if the vignetting changed, and I didn't see any significant differences by focusing further and closer. And it's falling a little soft, but again, 1.4, and it could be a focus issue, since you'll see these lenses, the GFX system is not the most accurate focusing system, especially at low apertures. But here we are at 1.4, pretty close and pretty darn sharp. And then I just want to show you how close you can focus with this. I was shooting with crop here. Let's put this back. But you can see uncomfortably close where he can barely focus on me because I'm too close. But yeah, I was extremely close. You can see that. And depth of field is crazy. So pretty darn sharp. You got both eyes for the most part. This one's maybe falling a little soft, but pretty cool. And then that close vignette, just so you can see the difference. There's not really a difference, but it does get rid of most of it. Right there. And my daughter. See that? 1.4. Pretty darn sharp. And just my wife in the house. 1600 ISO. This camera is just a beast in low light. Does so good. And then let's check that vignette. And then here we are at work. These are uncropped. I did crop them for work, but I uncropped them here so that you can see. Well, first of all, let's look at the vignetting. So there. And then I probably cropped it down to about something like that. And then we can see how sharp it is. And then over here, a little different. This one came out a little sharper, like just inconsistencies. Yeah, and I probably have some grain on this too, since it was a client image. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. These images I really liked out of the wedding. And then obviously we had a beautiful sunset, and these are uncropped. So I probably turned this in. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Computer crashed. Well, Lightroom crashed. Adobe. I don't know what happened, but we're back. And looking at this image, beautiful sunset, 1.4. I think, yeah, I was standing for this one. The next one, I got the camera on the ground in the grass. So yeah, pretty sharp, maybe a little soft. I do have some grain on this image. Let's see, I can just pull all the grain off really quick with the loop deck. Turn it off. There we go. All right, so yeah, no grain, very sharp, looking good. And let's look at that vignette. Off and on. And so I probably would have cropped this 2x3, something around there, just about there. Yeah, that's about what I would have done. And then this one on the ground. The beauty of the tilty screens. I just like it when it's in the middle. It helps me out. Yeah, this one here, pull that grain off. And yeah, nice and sharp. Look at that. That's perfect. Can get a little nervous sometimes with the GFX and hope that you get an image in focus, and sometimes I'll even check. And I'll definitely take a backup with my Canon at a wedding, but looking pretty darn good. And then this one I just thought was cool. They were walking away and it actually caught them while they were moving. See how that did. Yeah, pretty good. And then in a little bit, I only took a few images of this one, but I thought this was a good spot to use it. We get to see how sharp it is. There we go, take that grain off. And just got the river in there. This looks like a Brennheiser image. I've taken dozens and dozens of Brennheiser images in this spot. And this is awesome to just take one picture. So yeah, not have to stitch it. Look at that vignette. So, and one more, mid-ceremony. This one here, I'd probably do 16 by 9 or 4 by 6. Just give it a little more drama. But cool. Oh yeah, one more thing. Sorry, I almost forgot. Got this down here in another window. All right, so here we did a focus test with the Axion screen recorder, which is only 1080. So hopefully this doesn't look horrible on your screen, but to give you a sense of what this is capable of. There's no audio, so taking photos about 15 feet away, and it's grabbing his face. So these are in focus, and then we get closer. It doesn't track well, obviously, but once you get there, you'll see it hunt and then grab the eyes. No matter where your focus point is, it's always going to jump around wherever the eyes are, which can be kind of frustrating. So I turn it on and off, that eye autofocus. I have a button set to it so that I can ensure that I'm focusing in the right spot. It's one thing about Fuji that I don't appreciate, even with X-T5, same thing. It just gets a mind of its own and it goes wherever that eye is. So it's good to have a button to kill it. So yeah, so here it's doing pretty good, and then we back up. I back up, I guess, and see how fast it. Yep, cars focus pretty quick, and all at 1.4. And then I went behind a tree and tried to do a near and far, and it worked pretty good. It's pretty fast. So give you a sense of what the Sigma 1.4 is capable with the Fringer adapter. And yeah, if any of you have the 50s without the phase detection, just know that, it's going to be hunting more. So, cool. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of you requested to see that one, and I wanted to see it too, so I spent some money and found out. Thanks to Lens Rentals for getting stuff out quickly. But yeah, it's a lens that, I don't know that I'll buy. I have the 35 and the 80 and the 105. And so I think with those, I don't really know that I would need that lens. I have been using the 45 a little bit, so for some magazine work for a local magazine. And so that has been nice to like fill in that little gap. So if the 45 sells, I'll probably pick it up, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. 35 I'm just having a blast with, and I'll have a review out hopefully soon for that. I took it to, like I said, Austin, and got some really cool images there. I shot it in 20 or 65 by 24, so X-Pan the whole time. So that was really fun. So hopefully I can put that together. Yeah, so hopefully I can get more videos out. It's been really busy. Our 5-year-old's a busy kid, and yeah, we are busy people. We travel and work a lot, and it's summer, so everyone's ready for getting photos taken, and spending a lot of time editing these days. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for all the comments. I really appreciate everyone that's reached out, and it's fun to see people on Instagram and get to know new folks around the world. And yeah, I didn't realize YouTube was so international, which is really cool to find people from everywhere. So yeah, thanks for subscribing. Hit 1,000 this week, which is awesome. I didn't expect that to happen so soon. And so yeah, the more of you that subscribe, hopefully I can make more videos and take more time to do that. Because now, as of now, I'm shooting a lot, and yeah, it'd be nice to slow that down a little bit and do a little more of this stuff, which has been really fun. So yeah, that's it. See you on the next one.